Welcome back with a smiling face. Links to previous episodes are given in the video description, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share the video. Secrets of the Fallen Heart. Episode 8. Chapter 55. I run, in my wolf form, across the Pearl Moon territory, rushing and praying that no one will say anything about my presence here. Hypothetically, we are on good terms with their pack, but I wouldn't push it. If Clark or my uncle hear about this, I'm dead. However, my wolf is pushing me even faster. We have to go. I'm still unsure about that weird thing that happened with Silviana. It was a strange sensation. That girl is weird, creepy weird, but I still did what she suggested. Why? Why are my guts pushing me towards the Jade Moon right now? I finally reach the border. I'm prepared for tighter security, but to my surprise, there is absolutely no one guarding their border. What's going on? I walk a bit further, my wolf guiding me. What? I pick up Nathaniel's smell out of the blue. What is he doing here? I carefully approach. After walking a bit, I actually reach a clearing, where a crowd has gathered, split into two groups. First, I spot Nate, standing in his human form next to a young, black-haired woman. All I can see are their backs, though, they are turned towards the other group, and I hear some argument going on. I walk closer, curious. Some wolves turn their heads towards me and growl, but they stop quickly. I spot a big, brown wolf in the group, standing next to the young woman. Boy on. He briefly looks at me, and I get he's the one who told the others to leave me alone. Everyone is more focused on what's going on, though. Staying a bit on the side, I try to listen too. Food and shelter, says the girl. You put me in the basement. You made me work from dawn until dusk, and never let me eat with you. You never even considered me a part of our pack. Is that her? Nora? She seems so young and frail. Is she really his brother's mate? I wish I could see her face. Why does she feel so familiar? My wolf is restless, too. It's funny, though, I can barely feel her inner wolf no matter how hard I try, as if she is hiding. Everyone has to work to earn their living. You would have died in the streets if it wasn't for me, Nora. Nobody else would have helped you, but we did. Doesn't that count? Is that her alpha? So she was in the Jade Moon clan all this time? The guy doesn't have much of an alpha aura. Compared to him, Nate is much more imposing. I notice another wolf standing in the front, a black one. Is it the younger black brother? I've never seen him yet. The young wolf is growling furiously. I can feel Nate's anger from here, too, even if he acts calm. You never really meant to help me, did you? All you saw was a helpless child, a free slave you could make use of. I was young, and you know no one would protect me. Nobody would care no matter what happened to me. You never did. You are not my alpha. You never acted like one to me. You never protected me or considered me your family, not the slightest. All you did was use me, like some tool you could throw away anytime. I was broken, and all you did was break me even more. I have to give it to her, that girl has some backbone. Is she an alpha? She sort of feels like one, despite her very quiet wolf. More than that, listening to her, I feel something strange inside. I can't name it. My wolf wants to go to her, too. I know that familiar feeling, I've felt it before, but where? If only her wolf wasn't so concealed. No, Nora. I didn't do it. I never laid a hand on you, did I? I even tried to keep Alec off your back, sometimes. You didn't do anything. You let others do it for you, and that was it. You saw what they did to me, and you closed your eyes a million times. A million times you could have put an end to it with a single word, and you never ever did. You are worse than any of them. You are not even worthy of being called an alpha. When she yells, her alpha aura shines a bit brighter, and I can feel it too. Around us, people are impressed or shocked. Yeah, that's what a young alpha's aura feels like. Only that she's not that young for a werewolf. A late awakening, possibly? I could use my wolf to yell like that when I was just 6 or 7, but for that girl, Nora, one can tell she's not used to it at all. It's almost as if she wasn't doing it on purpose, letting it flow naturally. I look at Nate, and I can tell he's feeling it, too. He looks surprised. Didn't they know about you, wench? You should just shut up and be grateful the alpha accepted a cursed freak like you. No one wanted, but before she can finish, the black wolf jumps at her. I could tell before it started, that girl had no chance. In a couple of minutes, it's over. What? Smart werewolves don't provoke one of the Black brothers. Despite my relationship with Nate, I can never forget how he and his brothers are powerful. That girl was probably blinded by her wrath, but attacking at that moment was clearly suicide. It's my first time seeing one of them kill someone, though. It's the younger brother, but I'm very aware it could have been Nate. I can feel his cold anger from here. He could have killed her exactly as his sibling did. Next to him, Nora seems shocked, looking at the body in horror. Welcome to the Black Brothers' world. I try to step aside, but I still can't see her face. I want to step closer, but that's just when Nate's voice elevates. This was the last time I heard one of you talk like that about Nora ever again. We will leave behind as many corpses as necessary for that. I felt that. It's exactly the same voice he used whenever he was angry. So cold and frightening. I don't get to hear it often. A typical dominant alpha warning. That Jade Moon Alpha is such a weakling compared to them. I don't even understand how he can have mistreated that girl all those years. Suddenly, another of his wolves attacks. Did I miss something? His attempt is cut short. Another wolf dies right in front of us. Another wolf jumps, right after his death. A female, this time. Moon Goddess, are all the Jade Moon wolves? They are all going to get killed at this rate. I don't know what they did to that girl, but this is suicide. This time, Nate is the one to stop her. I barely saw him move. He was so fast. When I look, he is holding that she-wolf by the throat. I know what's about to happen, and I can't help it, I close my eyes. I wish I didn't hear it, either. The horrid sound of bones breaking and death. I warned you. Anyone else wants to try me? The body falls at his feet. Moon Goddess, I've never seen him like this before. I can't control myself and take a step back. This isn't the Nate I know. The sweet, gentle, and patient Nate. This man is Nathaniel Black, the Alpha, angry and impatient. Enough, enough please. Begs the Jade Moon Alpha. I have yet to hear any names, hisses Nate. Nathaniel, stop it. I'm surprised to hear her speak so familiarly to Nate. And somewhat bitter to hear that, too. How did they become so close? He's only known her for a few weeks, right? No, Elena, it's his brother's mate. What am I thinking? But I hate to see them look at each other. Moon Goddess, is it because he's been ignoring me? I can't believe I'm jealous so easily. I have never seen Nate interact with another she-wolf, I think. Not so close, not so familiarly. I try to bury those idiotic feelings, as Nora steps closer to her alpha. Moon goddess, why can't I see her face? I'm too far back. All the wolves accompanying Nate and her suddenly start growling even louder, intimidating the pitiful Jade Moon clan while she speaks. I'm not stopping them because of you. I still hold you responsible for what happened. But this clan needs its alpha, and I'm done with seeing blood spilled today. From today on, the Blood Moon clan and Velvet Moon clan are hostiles to the Jade Moon clan, declares Nathaniel. Any of you takes one step into our turf, and you will face the consequences. Wow, this means huge trouble for them. This is why no one ever gets into the Blood Moon's bad side. If you're any kind of werewolf with a brain, you don't want the strongest and wealthiest clan, which basically controls half the city, for an enemy. Those people are even lucky to be still alive, in my opinion. I bet if it wasn't for Nora's words earlier, this place would already be a bloodbath. In 10 days at dusk, I want this whole pack to come to the East Point ground. If a single person is missing, no matter the reason, we will hunt them down, suddenly says Nate. This is a challenge for the alpha position. What? They want to take the full power over the Jade Moon clan? Why would they even bother with a duel? They could wipe them all out here and now, right? I look at their alpha. He looks like he's about to vomit. Nathaniel doesn't add anything, and turns around to leave with Nora. I finally see them both. Nate sees me too, and the surprise on his face is something. I know, I shouldn't be here. I'm more intrigued by the young woman, though. She is pretty but she looks so frail. Her skin is milk white, and she's too skinny. But Moon Goddess, her eyes are beautiful. Striking, sapphire blue eyes, like the night. As I'm looking at them, a thought comes to my mind. I've seen those eyes before. Why? Why does this seem so familiar? I don't remember ever seeing Nora before, so how could I feel like this? I wish her wolf had a stronger aura, so I could feel it properly. But it's like reaching out for a cloud of smoke, it fades before I can touch it. So frustrating. Nathaniel's eyes are riveted on me, trying to make sense of me being here. He stays close to Nora, though, accompanying her to a car close-by. All the wolves around them quickly disperse, only Boyan and a few others staying like some security group around Nora. I recognize Tanya, his elder sister, when she shapeshifts back into her human form. She recognized me as well, it seems. I don't really care about catching up with Boyan's sister, though. I'm still confused about that girl, Nora, and I need to talk to Nate. Nathaniel seems angry at his own brother, though, glaring at the young black wolf the whole time. That's when I notice Nora is looking at me. For a second, she seems a bit surprised too, but Nate asks her to follow Tanya and soon, she disappears into a car. Did she feel something too? Elena. I'm caught up with reality. Nate has opened another car's door for me. Now that the other car left with Nora, Boyan, and Tanya, it's just Nate, his brother, and I left. And it's awkward. I jump in, trying to sit as I can. Yes, a car isn't the best place for a wolf. I can't even shapeshift, I don't have any clothes. So annoying. Who is that? I realize his brother shapeshifted into his human form on the back seat and pulled out clothes from his bag. I can hear him changing, so I look in front. Mind your own business, Liam. What were you thinking? Bringing Nora back here? Hey, that was the only way to find about her clan, okay? And I warned you right away, didn't you? Nothing happened to Damien's precious princess, so chill. This is not for you to decide. We have half the clan trying to protect her and you help her sneak out. When are you going to think before doing things like this? What if she had been injured? What if things had gone wrong with her pack if I didn't get there in time? Did you even stop to think about that? About Damien, too. I hear that boy, Liam, sigh loudly. You are all so overprotective with Nora. You just saw her, didn't you? She's an alpha. A freaking alpha, you can't keep her locked up in a flat. She spent half her life locked in a basement, see what it did to her wolf, she can't even growl properly. Suddenly, I feel some movement, and the younger brother puts his head between the front seats to smile at me, ignoring his older brother. Hello, pretty lady. Nice to meet you. You're Elena, right? How does he know my name? Did Nate tell him? I see him roll his eyes at his younger brother, exasperated. Liam seems like an energy pill. He hands me a large, black sweater. You can take it to change if you want. I don't wanna let a pretty lady naked, okay, black brother number 3 is rather cute. He smiles and goes back to his seat, looking away. All right, time to change I guess. I do my best to quickly shape-shift and put on the large sweater. It's big and covers down to my thighs, but I'm still totally underneath. Nice to meet you, Liam, I can finally say. He gives me a big smile in the mirror. Wow, you're even better in your, Liam, shut up, growls Nate. The atmosphere in the car goes cold again with Nate's words. He avoids looking at me, but I can tell he's only pretending to be focused on the road. Why did you come for, Elena? To see you, I reply right back. You've been so busy. I made it clear, the last word is ironic because I don't believe him. As you can see, I was busy watching Nora and this. Hey, don't lie to the lady when I'm right there, Nate. You only check on Nora and me once a week. Thanks, Liam. I glare at Nate, who's a bit uncomfortable now. He can be caught lying to my face. We'll talk once we get back to my place, he finally growls. Whatever. I'm not leaving until we are done talking anyway. He drives back to his flat, after dropping Liam into another of their properties. I didn't get to talk to his younger brother much, the atmosphere was ice cold in the car. We finally reach his building and walk silently to the elevator. I don't even care that his attitude is pissing me off. Ignoring me for days and now, that? Seriously? What the heck is wrong with him? The elevator stops on his floor, and we walk out. That silence is getting on my nerves. My wolf is almost about to growl. Nate is about to enter his digit code, when someone suddenly opens the door. It's a woman. Tall, pretty in a tight black dress. She looks at him with a big sigh, but then her eyes fall on me. Who is that? And what is she doing at his place? She eventually ignores me to look at him. I was waiting for you. I see Nate's eyes, going from her to me very quickly. I'm really tempted to slap him right now. Narcissa. You shouldn't be there. That embarrassed look on his face. I'm so stupid. I don't want to live this. This is so stupid. Looks like you two need to talk, I say with a bitter taste on my tongue. I turn around. I suddenly feel Nate grabbing my wrist, but I push him away. Elena, wait. No, I'm done waiting. I yell back. If you didn't want to talk to me, you could have said so, Nate. I'm not that stupid. I walk away, so pissed I feel like I could murder someone. That jerk. 56. I need to go back but I'm only wearing that stupid sweater. Never mind, I can always shapeshift. Elena, stop, let me speak. You had days to speak, Nate. But every time I called, you were busy. Now I know what kind of busy. It's not what you think, okay? He follows me into the elevator. I'm thinking about throwing him out for a while, but it's his place, I can't just push him out. Never mind, it's only a matter of seconds before I'm out of this place anyway. I just cross my arms and stay my eyes fixated on the wall, ignoring him. Nathaniel takes his chance to speak anyway. I have no idea what Narcissa is doing here, okay? How, she mysteriously got into your place, where you supposedly never invite anyone but me and your brothers. Are you going to tell me she teleported here, or got your keys by mistake? How stupid do you think I am? I don't know. Someone must have let her in, but, oh, shut up Nate, can't you just admit you're seeing someone else? He becomes red with anger, slamming the elevator's wall next to me. Alpha, I'm seeing red too, and my wolf is angry at him, growling furiously. She feels betrayed, and so do I. I am not. You're the only one. Tell me you never had S*X with her, I suddenly ask, looking at him right in the eyes. For a second, he's taken by surprise and stays silent, visibly shaken. Moon Goddess, I knew it. I'm so stupid. That was before I met you, Elena, he answers very seriously. Before and after, I suppose. You could have just told me if you were bored with me, Nate. I am not bored with you. You ignore me for days with stupid excuses about being busy, and when I finally cross two territories to talk to you, you happen to have an ex-girlfriend in your flat. Seriously, how do you expect me to believe you? She was never my girlfriend, only a friend. For Moon Goddess' sake, Nate, just shut up. I push him out of the way and exit the elevator, angry like never before. Moon Goddess, how could I be so stupid to not see what a player he was? Only a few days and he sleeps with someone else? Elena, if you would just listen, I turn around and growl at him once more. I'm pissed, angry, and I don't want to listen to him and his stupid excuses. I don't want to listen, Nate. If you wanted to FK someone else, you could have told me we were over, not just ignore me like to high school brat. What about you then? You're the only one who gets to play around with other guys, and I have to just wait. I stop, completely lost. What is he talking about? I made it pretty clear I was doing anything but get involved with Diego. Excuse me. He suddenly rolls his eyes and takes out his phone, showing me a picture. What the? Why does he have a picture of me and Levi kissing? What is this then? He asks, furious. I thought you were over with your ex? It doesn't seem so. It's not Diego, it's Levi, Daniel's brother. Nathaniel shakes his head in disbelief. I let out a big sigh. Why am I the one justifying myself right now? I'm not the one with a friend waiting upstairs in a black dress. So, even your best friend's brother, now. Moon Goddess, if I wasn't repressing myself and my wolf right now I would slap him. What's that look he's giving me? I never slept with Levi, what are you thinking? He's like a brother to me. That didn't prevent you from kissing him. That wasn't real, Nate. Levi is passing as my boyfriend so that Diego would leave me alone. I can see the shock on his face. Yeah, I guess he didn't expect that. That was a shitty plan, but the only one that worked. Either Diego believed it or not, at least he backed off a little when Levi was around. Why would you do that? Because Diego is a psycho, and that was the only idea I had for him to back off, Nate. So you picked your best friend's brother? And he believed it. Yes, we have been pretending for a week and that's working, for now, I sigh, exhausted by this fight. So, there's nothing between you and that guy, Levi. Of course not, he doesn't like you. I freeze. Oh. If only I had ignored that question. Nathaniel looks like he is about to vomit, and takes one more look at the picture. So, you're pretending to go out with a guy who's in love with you. Stop that, Nathaniel. Levi knows perfectly I don't love him back. Certainly. Your brother's best friend, you probably don't let any ambiguity besides kissing him and pretending to. Levi knows I don't have any feelings for him, Nate. Enough. Moreover, he knows I'm sleeping with you, okay? You said only Daniel and Boyan knew. Well, Levi knows too, okay? He overheard Daniel and I, early this summer. So yes, Levi knows I'm sleeping with you and he's covering up for me because guess what? He's my only believable boyfriend. So you're happily kissing him and going out with him when I'm not available, I guess, growls Nate. Moon Goddess, why is he the one having a jealousy tantrum now? I didn't come here to explain myself. Well, we could have held hands but we are not 5 years old and Diego isn't AIT, Nate. So you choose a guy who loves you to pass for your boyfriend instead. Yes, I did. Because I can't have you do it for me, so guess what? I had to sort things out by myself with who I could, and Levi knew that. You know us being from different packs wasn't going to make things easy, well here we go. Now, if you're done questioning me, you can go back to waiting for you upstairs. And tell your brothers, your beta, or whoever took that to stop watching me. I can't believe he is still monitoring me. How did he even get that picture? It had to be taken from our territory. He doesn't reply back and I run away as fast as I can, shape-shifting halfway. I hear him call my name, but I'm too fast and far already. I just can't believe him. That jerk. I'm so disappointed. Who was that woman anyway? Could it be she's not the only one he's been seeing? Who can tell what he's been doing behind my back? I finally reach our border, without trouble. I can't believe how easily I got in and out. No one bothered me, I only watched out when entering back our White Moon territory. I run to get my backpack back and finally head home. I really hope Daniel hasn't noticed my absence. Too bad, he's home when I enter. Crap. He's changed in his overall, his hair tied and glaring at me from behind his glasses. I feel like a kid caught stealing when he's glaring at me like that. I sigh. Sorry, seriously, Elena? What happened to your promise to go straight home, hey? He gets up from the couch, arms crossed, waiting for my explanation. I head to the kitchen to get some coffee when I spot his teapot. I suddenly remember Silviana's words, and how it all started. Daniel, I really need to talk to you and for you to listen only for like 10 minutes, please. He looks at me, surprised by my guts. Seriously, Whitewood? Daniel, I'm serious. 10 minutes. He rolls his eyes and goes back to the couch to listen, still frowning behind his glasses. All right. But after that, I'm giving you a scolding, Elena. I sigh, drink a bit of coffee and tell him everything. My encounter with Reagan at the cemetery, Silviana's weird attitude, how I suddenly went to the Jade Moon clan, my encounter with that girl Nora and the strange feeling I got from it. Daniel is about to talk or has weird expressions several times while listening to me, but he actually manages to hold back and stay quiet. Then, I tell him about how I briefly met Liam Black and the whole episode with Nathaniel. I see him go white when I tell him about the woman in our fight. I don't know when I started to cry. I only realize I'm crying because he hands me a tissue in the middle of my monologue and the salty taste on my tongue. It's hard to breathe, sob, and still talk at the same time, but I don't want to stop until I'm done. I keep telling him everything until the point when I return to our territory. By that time, I'm crying loudly and shaking. Daniel's anger has died while watching me cry. Babe, I feel like I had a nightmare, Danny. How could he do that? I know. Men are jerks, okay? But, how did he get that picture? I roll my eyes. Who cares about that stupid picture? That's not the point here. But Daniel shakes his head, putting his hand on my knee to comfort me. No, Elena, seriously, don't you think that's odd? He never knew about what happened here before. You told me he only accessed your police records, right? He didn't even know who Levi was until now, and aside from me, my brother is someone you hang out with a lot. Shouldn't he have learned about him sooner? And how would someone from his pack get, Danny, I don't give a how he got that picture, okay? Did you miss the part where he was with that? No, I get you, babe. I really do. But doesn't this seem a bit too big for you? A pretty chick waiting at his place right when you come? It looks like a movie to me. What movie? She wasn't there at the right time, Danny. Maybe it's even a regular thing since he got tired of me. He even admitted he's been with her before. True, sighs Danny. I try hard to stop crying. Gosh, when was the last time I bawled out like that? I'm feeling so childish and stupid right now. I try to dry my tears until I'm out of tissues and Daniel makes me some tea. Okay, putting that jerk aside, Elena, what was that thing with that girl, Nora? I don't know, I had a really weird feeling when I saw her, like a déjà vu, you know? As if I knew her from somewhere. That would be weird if she's from the Jade Moon clan. And they kept her locked in a freaking basement, too? The king is going to wipe the floor with their limbs. Well, I really couldn't care less about the Jade Moon, but it was already a bloodbath when I got there. Even your boyfriend had a bite, you know. Quite literally. That's my man, says Danny with a little smile. Look at him. He was so unhappy with Boyan not too long ago. Danny, I need to see her again. What? That chick, Nora? Elena, she's the king's mate, you can't visit her like you visited Nathaniel, you know. She's probably going to be watched like the Pope. And after that fight you had, I'm pretty sure your man is not going to watch you if you get caught. Moreover, Xavier and Clark are watching you, remember that? Reagan, too. No, bad idea babe. But Bobo is too busy watching her to even answer my texts. He's probably guarding that kid all day and night. Not that I'm jealous, but even I wouldn't be able to get close. I frown. No, I'm pretty sure that's not impossible. My instincts and my wolf are telling me to see that girl again, and I really need to. I gotta figure out what was that odd feeling I had with her. Babe, your phone, I notice my phone's been vibrating in my bag. I grab it, and frown. It's Nathaniel. Really, what does he want now? I hang up. I don't care what he has to say, I'm certainly not in the mood for it. Daniel, who saw the name too, sighs. You two have one of a complicated relationship. I don't even need to watch TV anymore. Great to know I'm entertaining you, don't be angry, babe, you know what I mean. You got a fiery personality, and black is not making it easy either, okay? I'm so tired of trying to work things out. He even got jealous of Levi, seriously. Well, I can understand that. Levi loves you, you both know it. If he has any kind of feelings for you, he shouldn't appreciate that you're passing a guy who has a crush on you as your boyfriend. That was your idea. I reply, annoyed. I know, but I was putting your safety first, okay? Diego is still as crazy. But, I also understand Black's concerns. But guess what? I don't think you have a choice, and he just doesn't get that. He doesn't know how crazy and dangerous Diego is, even if he's been quiet these days. Daniel's right. Actually, I feel like Diego has been too quiet these days, and it's worrying. I sigh and grab his cup of coffee, tired of the tea, but I frown as soon as I taste it. Daniel, you have to stop changing our coffee brands, this one tastes disgusting. No one likes salty coffee, babe. Just leave it, I'll make you some more tea. I sigh and put the cup down. I'm tired and sad. It's like I'll never see the end of that black hole of a relationship with Nate. I close my eyes, letting out a big sigh. You know, Danny, maybe you were right. Maybe I should have never accepted his deal in the first place. Okay, so do I have to answer that, or will an "I told you so" will suffice? He says with a smirk. I growl at him, a bit pissed. He comes back with my lemon-flavored tea. That smells a whole lot better. All right, babe. You know what, let's do this. You cool down for a few days, focus on school and training. Ignore Black, give him a taste of his own medicine, see how he reacts. Meanwhile, I'll try to get a hold of my man, and know more about that Nora girl, okay? Fine. But I want to ask Reagan. Daniel scratches his head. Why Reagan? I thought she was avoiding you. I don't know. I just have a feeling, you know? That she might know something about that girl. Well, you can always try. How about asking Eric if he can dig more about her, too? Being friends with a cop should be worth something at times like this. Yeah, fine, I'll text Eric and, my phone vibrates again. I sigh. Daniel walks over and grabs it. I thought he was going to block Nathaniel or something, but to my surprise, he actually answers. Hello, this is Daniel Lewis, her best and oldest friend. First, Elena is not available at the moment and she won't be for a while. Second, Levi is my older brother and no, there is nothing Elena has done with my brother that she should apologize for. Third, if you're cheating on my babe with another, you don't deserve her. Fourth, she has enough with her jackass ex to deal with, so don't be a pushy jerk and deal with you before coming back to her. I'm done, so don't call back. Bye and have a nice day. He hangs up and hands me the phone with a satisfied look. Here you go, babe. Done. I'm speechless. 57. I climb the stairs up, as fast as I can. I'm in too much of a hurry and rage to bother with the elevator. I'm exhausted but certainly not any inch less furious when I get there. What, Narcissa? I'm angry beyond words. She's still standing in my flat's entrance, looking unconcerned by what just happened. What is she even doing at my place? The timing couldn't have been worse with Elena, too. But she rolls her eyes, putting a folder in front of my face. I was tired of you avoiding me. Do you know how long I've tried to get you to sign these? You can't show up at my place like that. How did you even get in? I got your digit code after harassing your beta. That, and maybe a bit of using my charm on your concierge, too. I really need to say a word about security. And what was Isaac thinking? Narcissa, you have no right to be here. Don't unleash on me, Nathaniel. You should have been a man earlier and spoke to me. And who was that anyway? Since when do you care about your friends making scenes? Elena isn't. But I stopped before ending that sentence. I don't even want to be discussing this. Especially not with Narcissa, of all people. I still can't believe what happened. Elena must think I'm a jerk. And cheating on her, too. Narcissa scoffs, gauging my reaction. What? Don't tell me, Nate, you're serious about that girl, aren't you? For real? She asks, shocked. I give her a glare as an answer, and barge in my own place. I need a drink. I'm pissed, exhausted and disgusted. I open the minibar in a hurry, looking for my favorite whiskey. I'll have one too, thanks, you can help yourself, I growl at her. She sighs while I drink, and heads to pour herself a glass anyway. She's always acted like this anyway, I don't care anymore. It's a first. Seeing you angry like this. You're always the good black brother, usually, aren't you? Even with the boss mate, Nora was it. If you have a point, Narcissa, get to it fast. Oh, come on, don't be mad at me. Looks like you and the blondie had issues anyway. Bad timing. Where is she from anyway? She's from a different pack, isn't she? None of that is your business, Narcissa. She growls back. Hey, don't be mad at me, Nate. You should have talked to me earlier, like an adult, not a kid covering up his mistakes. We only had S*X a few times, don't think it means anything. Narcissa looks at me as if I was mad, and rolls her eyes again. I hate when she has that mighty attitude. Take it down, Nathaniel. I never said I was feeling anything for you. I'm a grown woman, not a teenage girl trying to tie you down. Yes, the S*X was good, but I would have freaking let it go if you didn't just ghost me out of the blue. What was it, too embarrassed about me? Or because I found out the truth? Was that it? Since when is she the one in a position to scold me? I don't need her rant now. I just want to be alone, drink and contemplate what I am. But of course, Narcissa just won't let it go so easily. Oh, no, she's way too proud for that, and I hurt that proud woman's feelings trying to avoid her. You need to grow up, Nathaniel. And you need to move on, Narcissa. Stop looking for me and, you're still my boss, as far as I'm concerned. Don't send me to Isaac just because you want to avoid me. And your secretary, too, I'm done with her attitude. If you don't want us to stay friends, fine. You're enough for me to go on with my life without you. I got plenty of other fishes to fry. But at least do your job properly and don't ignore our work-related issues just because of some blondie. I didn't ignore you because of Elena. Oh, that I know. You ignored me because I found out about your stupid secret and you didn't want to hear about it. But then, you kept going on, probably because you met that girl and I became too much of an annoyance to you. Would it have been too hard to just let me know? Instead of playing dead from then on? Seriously, Nate? Great, now I'm getting 2 fights in one day. Elena is mad at me, Narcissa is mad at me, and I'm wrong for both. I know she's not wrong, but back then, it wasn't like that to me. Narcissa was clingy and too important in my pack to ignore. Only that I was afraid of Elena finding out about my relationship with her, so I tried to bury it. Now I get it, that was a move. Narcissa throws her folder on my couch, annoyed. I didn't want to get here, Nate, but that was my last resort. Honestly, I'm sorry you messed up with your girl, but the blame isn't on me. Now you better sign these, because if I have to go through your secretary again, I'm biting his head off. Just email them when you're done. Bye. And with that, she grabs her bag and storms out. I pour myself another glass of whiskey. This has to be the shittiest day ever. First Elena, and now Narcissa giving me one hallelujah of a scolding. Since when did things go wrong? I replay both disputes in my head. I know, I should have reached out to Elena sooner. I shouldn't have jumped to conclusions. But she was wrong too. Why does she have to play pretend with that guy, when she's got me right there? That picture drove me crazy. Because that guy was good looking, and the way he was looking at Elena was obvious. He loves her. I don't give a about who is he. What kind of man lets his woman do that with another guy? I just can't. I've never been the slightest jealous, but when it comes to Elena, I'm the craziest there is. I don't want men to look at her. I know how beautiful she is. I know how she makes men feel, with her effortless charm, her body, her attitude. Wherever I take her out, it's the same. She gets stares, and she doesn't notice, or maybe she's used to it. But I just can't. I want her, all to myself, without any jerk or ex to compete with. Why did she have to go and kiss that guy? I'm even madder because deep down, I know what that really means. Elena can't count on me. Because of our packs, because we're too different, because that would mean way too many problems. It's like she said, we have a million reasons not to be together. It's already a miracle that Damien is turning a blind eye on this. The worst thing is, a guy like that Levi would be perfect for her. He looks like a nice, good guy, childhood friend and all. Her best friend's brother and all. Why can't it be me? I wish I could throw it all away, and be with her in the open. I'm so selfish. Moon Goddess, I really could do that. Elena is the one always keeping me at bay, being the reasonable one. I hate that. Moon Goddess, I messed up big time. I should have just asked her instead of playing dead as I did with Narcissa. She's right, I'm a child. And a jerk. Both. Who cares? I pour myself a new drink, and it's the end of my whiskey. How much did I actually drink since earlier? I do feel a bit sick. I grab my phone. I have to apologize to Elena. Explain to her that nothing happened with Narcissa. I struggle to find her number. Why do I feel so dizzy already? When I finally hear the ringing tone, it's not the expected voice. Hello, this is Daniel Lewis, her best and oldest friend. First, Elena is not available at the moment and she won't be for a while. Second, Levi is my older brother and no, there is nothing Elena has done with my brother that she should apologize for. Third, if you're cheating on my babe with another, you don't deserve her. Fourth, she has enough with her jackass ex to deal with, so don't be a pushy jerk and deal with you before coming back to her. I'm done, so don't call back. Bye and have a nice day. What? I stay stunned for a while. Why did he answer in her stead? She's really ignoring me? For real? I try to call again. I really have to speak to her. The number you have dialed is currently unavailable. Please try again later. Moon Goddess, did she really block me? Seriously? I just can't believe it. Moon Goddess, it stinks in there. Hey Nate? You okay, mate? I growl a bit, annoyed. What? I struggle to open my eyes, and see Isaac's face in the middle of the fog. My best friend sighs. You don't look good, Nate. Seriously, how much did you drink? I see him rummaging through something, and sounds of glass clinking annoy me. What's with the headache? I try to bury my head in the cushion, or whatever it's underneath, but I find myself uncomfortable anyway. Man, you stink. And stop growling, too, your wolf is stressing me out. Hey, can you sit? I didn't even realize I was growling. I struggle to distinguish the top from the bottom. Seriously, this headache is killing me. I feel like vomiting too. Or maybe it's just the smell. Isaac is making a weird face and helping me sit up. Hey, here we go, vertical position. Not bad, for a guy who had. Well, from what I can see, at least 1.5 bottles of whiskey by himself. Man, you just drank $400 worth by yourself and you call me your best friend? Hey, you hear me? I hear you, I sigh. Good. I don't want to visit the ER today. Here, drink that. He gives me some big bottle of water and a pill. My stomach is a mess, I don't feel like taking anything now. Isaac insists a bit, and to my surprise, I actually manage to take a few gulps down, pill included. Good job, mate. Feeling better. I feel like vomiting. Hey, don't, please, you know I can't handle that. But here, let me take you to the bathroom. A cold bath could do you some good, okay? I don't really know how he manages to take me all the way there and help me in the tub. And get me too. With cold water sprinkled on me, I wake up completely, though I still feel like barfing. What happened? I mumble. Hey, you kind of scared me. Liam called me because he couldn't reach you, and I remembered about Narcissa's scene in my office, so I tried to call you, link mind you, all the usual stuff. No Nate answering, so I panicked a bit and came here. I mean, I'm not against a little drink, but you kind of overdid it, mate. What time is it? It might seem weird to ask this now, but I hate that feeling of being disoriented, and even though I know my location, Isaac's clothes changed, so I know something's wrong. About 11, middle of the night. I know you had a dispute with both Elena and Narcissa yesterday, so. Well, I could have come sooner to check you hadn't been killed by one of your ex-friends, but I thought you might be, you know, in bed with one of them. I want to kill him right now. Is that supposed to be funny? Sorry. I just don't get to see you like this often. All right, man, you can shower, I'll bring you some clothes that don't stink and then you can tell me how bad that was. I feel like I'm going to love it. I would sell any of my properties to see that stupid grin of his go away. Seriously. I try to sober up as I can, with a long and cold shower. It gets a bit better with the smell of soap and a good cleaning, actually. I can't believe I let myself go like this. Thank Moon Goddess Damien has no idea. Isaac found me an old pair of jeans and a t-shirt to put on. I'm still hangover but at least I look the part for now. I drink a full bottle of water before I can finally sit down and focus on something other than sobering up. Isaac is grinding non-stop. Man, you must have really messed up to waste yourself like this. All right, you talk and I'll make you something to eat and sponge your drowned liver with. You got anything in there? He says while opening my fridge. Finally, I tell Isaac everything while he's making some pasta. The latest about my relationship with Elena, how I learned about that picture, and yesterday's events, with Narcissa showing up at my flat and the dispute with both Elena and Narcissa. When I'm done, he sighs and pushes a plate of simple pasta with grated cheese in front of me. Funnily, I wasn't hungry at all before, but now I grab a fork and start eating. I had no idea about the picture. I mean, none of us did it. Damien really isn't investigating her anymore, neither am I. But seriously, her best friend's brother. I said the same thing. Of all people, no, I mean I get why she would need a decoy, but seriously, the guy deserves a medal if he knows all about you, her ex, and still is willing to go along with it. Or maybe it's actually his best opportunity. Or he's just a good guy. Like, super good guy. I glare at him. Seriously? Do we have to discuss the guy's goodwill, of all things? Hey, easy on the angry alpha or Nate, I'm just thinking out loud. But you know, she's not really wrong, your couple is kind of impossible, to begin with. And from what I know, Elena is super thick-headed. I say it as a compliment though. Do you have anything helpful to say? Not really. You did mess up pretty bad, man. Not entirely your fault, but still. And yes, Narcissa's timing sucked. Why did you give her my digit code? Wow, easy man, I didn't. I frown. What? Isaac shakes his head and grabs a fork to steal some of my pasta. I forgot to tell you after listening to all of your 3-season drama, but it came to me when you said it. I didn't give anything to Narcissa, Nate. I haven't heard from her in days, actually. And certainly not your digit code. Then how did she get it? 58. Miss Whitewood? Any thoughts on this? I raise my head. Crap, what was he saying? I completely dozed off. I check at the screen behind the economics professor, but I'm clueless. Sorry sir, you may want to nap outside of my class, Miss Whitewood. Thanks. Everyone is staring at me while I gather my things. In this class of all classes, I had to feel sleepy. My marks are definitely not going to be good for this semester if I can't stay focused. What's wrong with me? I can't sleep at night, so instead, I end up dozing in class. Great. I text Danny to let him know I'm going back, but he's buried in his work this week. I'll let him have the car, I guess I can walk home. I take out my headphones and head back to our territory, a bit unsure. I feel bad about missing my class, but I don't feel good about anything these days. Not since my dispute with Nate. Danny did end up blocking him. I still don't know if I'm thankful or resentful for that, but he's got at least one thing right, I need a break from all the drama. Suddenly, a car honks at me. I'm about to give him a finger when I realize it's not a he but a she. And my cousin. Moon goddess, Iris, you scared me. Sorry, but you really shouldn't keep both your headphones on. Are you going home? Yeah, after getting ejected from my class, she frowns, looking sorry. Oh. Well, get in, I'll give you a ride, I'm going back too. I nod and get into her little car. Unlike Danny's, hers is brand new, and perfectly neat, even with a white body. I put my bag down and Iris drives off as sound as my belt is on. What about you? I ask. Cancelled, My biology teacher got sick. Not that I'm going to complain though, she's terrible. If you said she's terrible, she must be really bad. Iris chuckles. My cousin is a straight A's student, the perfect little girl since she was born. Nothing out of place, never took one step off the fence. Except Iris. Why does it smells like Eric in here? Iris gasps, totally taken by surprise by my question. She looks away, obviously awkward. Well, I mean, we sort of, oh moon goddess, you're going out with Eric? For real? I ask, completely shocked. Elena, hush, please. I mean, my father doesn't know and it's not really official either, so. Can you keep it a secret, please? Sure, sure. I can do that, I can't believe it. Iris and Eric. I mean, he spent so much time running after me, I wouldn't have believed he moved on out of the blue. Now that I think about it, he did stop pursuing me those last few weeks. I guess that's when he and Iris got together. Who knew? She sighs. He's a great guy, I say, watching her reaction. Oh, I know. He's a gentleman, though he doesn't show it in public. We sort of got together on my birthday, I mean, that's when it started. Iris got such a big party for her birthday, I didn't exactly keep track of everything that was going on that evening. I was busier trying to evade my uncle, and I'm pretty sure I left as soon as I could to meet up with Nate. Seems like I missed the juicy part, though. Anyway, what about you? Any prospect lovers? I appreciate she's not mentioning that stupid Diego. However, I can't tell her about Nate. I like my cousin and she's super sweet, but things are complicated enough and she's still my uncle's daughter, with the tendency to slip some things out. No, not really. I'm focused on other things these days. Like what? I hesitate a bit. I can't tell her it's my studies after getting kicked off my class, I guess. I decide to tell her the truth, or like, a portion of it. You know how I've always tried to look for my biological parents? Well, Reagan still won't talk, but the other day, I got I don't know, a weird feeling about some girl I met. A girl? One of ours? No, not from the White Moon clan, another pack, Moon Goddess, Elena, you know you're not supposed to, I know, but I really think there's something about her, and I swear, everything's fine, Iris. I just need to find out more about her, okay? Well, do you know her name? Just Nora. Nora? Nora, like the king's mate? Nora Blue Moon. I freeze. Wait, what? Yeah. That's her, but how do you, Elena? Eric was looking into her. I mean, remember how the king's brothers came, looking for her and so on? Well, they actually found her the other night, and Eric was working at the police station that night. So, he's been the one in charge of her case since then. The Blood Moon actually asked for a full investigation on her. She was attacked when they found her, and they're looking for who did it. Also, her whole background is more or less a mystery. I bet they eventually learned she was from the Jade Moon, which would explain that whole scene the other day. But I didn't think Iris would know so much. I already got most of that information through Eric, though. Wait, isn't it tonight? Suddenly said Iris. Now what? The duel. Oh, yeah, they are challenging the Jade Moon Alpha, but, Elena, that girl is the one fighting. Nora. She's the one supposed to fight her former alpha. Wait, what? I had no idea. I thought Nate or one of his brothers would do it. They are making that girl fight? By herself? How do you? Someone from the blood pack called the police station so they wouldn't, you know, get involved and all. Eric just got a few more details because everyone was talking about it, and Dad asked about it too. I mean, the blood moon dueling another pack isn't something small, you know. But turns out it's just that girl. I think many people are going to watch, though. Oh, Moon Goddess! I didn't think I would get an opportunity so soon. It's been what, 10 days? I can't believe my luck. Elena? You look like a kid on Christmas morning, I have to go. What? Elena, we already caught you twice at the border. My dad and Clark won't like it. If I'm just going as a White Moon Clan representative, Iris. It should be fine, right? She hesitates, opening and closing her mouth several times. After a while, she sighs and grabs her phone. Hi, Dad. Hey, you remember talking about that duel the Blood Moon is supervising? Yes. I know Uncle Clark is already sending people, but I was wondering if I could go? You know, it would be a good opportunity for... Yes, yes. Elena is coming with me, too. It's fine, right? No, it's fine. I don't know. Is it okay if we go then? Okay. Yes, sure. Okay, thanks, Dad. She hangs up with a big smile. I can't believe her. Really? He said yes. Yup. I told him we were just going to watch for training purposes, he agreed. All right, I think we should be on time if we go now. Crap, we have to take the long way around, too. Iris keeps driving to the highway, heading to East Point ground. Easy to know why they picked that spot. It's a wide area, not specifically owned by any other territory, and a bit outside of the city too. It actually takes us a while to get there, but I'm more impatient than ever for some reason. It's a feeling in my stomach, the expectation holding my breath. I'm going to see that girl again. Whatever it was that I felt when I met her, I need to confirm it. Our bond, what is it really? I still can't forget that feeling from last time, like an intense déjà vu, and some unexplainable wave of nostalgia. My cousin finally parks her car, in an empty parking lot. Honestly, it's not the best part of the suburbs. We are close to the slums, and there's a feeling of danger hanging around, keeping us on our toes. We keep our bags with us just in case and finish the way by feet. I really hope her car doesn't get hijacked or something. When we finally arrive, a lot of people have gathered already. It's been a long time since I've seen people from so many packs. I try to guess who's from which clan. Some dark-skinned people wearing leather are probably the Purple Clan. A bit further, I spot a couple of people looking wealthier and more dignified. The Pearl Moon, most likely. There are a few people already in their wolf form, so it's hard to say. Of course, the Jade Moon clan has to be here too. Even if I hadn't seen him before, I could tell who's their alpha. He's fidgeting and letting his aura out clumsily. Iris is also looking around. At least 6 different clans, she whispers to me. I nod. I wouldn't even be surprised if there are a dozen different packs represented here. It's quite an event, seeing the Blood Moon going all out. I wonder if Nate's brother will be there. He's never appearing in public, and I've only ever met him once, but for his mate, maybe? After a while, several black cars arrive. I step back a bit, I was so excited to see Nora again, I almost completely forgot Nathaniel would probably be there as well. Crap! I just hope he won't spot me. It should be fine, there are 100 of people there, we are not really on the front line and I'm concealing my aura. Nora finally appears too, and she's flanked by 2 wolves. I forgot how big Boyan is in his wolf form. The guy is so huge, he's closer to a bear than a wolf. Next to me, I see Iris's eyes widen in surprise, and she's not the only one. Yeah, the Black brothers aren't the only scary individuals around. The other wolf is actually the younger Black, Liam. Mostly black, only a few reddish spots. I wonder if he's in his wolf form to intimidate the other side or protect Nora. Nathaniel comes out too. Moon Goddess. I try to stay calm, but my heart's not ready for this. I'm still so shaken by our dispute from last time. We haven't spoken since last time, and I'm probably not ready for that. They start talking. Nathaniel, Nora, and the Alpha. We are too far to hear everything, but it's not that hard to get what's going on. People are growling at one another, and I'll bet they are not exchanging niceties either. I'm even surprised how Nora can endure all that, with such a weak alpha aura. But once again, it's not like her aura is small itself, more like it's concealed. It did grow bigger than last time though, much bigger. The difference is stunning, but she's still below average. Moon Goddess, they wouldn't let her be killed, right? I didn't think she was so pretty, whispers Iris to me. That's right. Nora is a very pretty girl, now that she looks healthier. She has fair white skin, and her luscious black hair floating around her face. Aside from the scar on her left eye, her face is quite pretty too, and she has those gorgeous blue eyes. Those blue eyes that seem so familiar to me. Why is that? I just can't. While I'm lost in my thoughts, things suddenly get a lot tenser. Nora and her opponent, the Jade Moon Alpha, start circling around each other, in an obvious duel stance. My inner wolf immediately tenses up, as if I was about to fight myself. The Jade Moon Alpha strikes first. I was worried for a second, but to my surprise, Nora dodges exactly when she has to. Not only she dodges it, but she even throws a kickback. Iris gasps next to me, admirative too. We both keep watching, but it's obvious, Nora is doing a good job defending herself. The Jade Moon Alpha is a decent fighter, but the King's Maid is not letting him dominate her. I'm on edge. Every hit she takes, I feel like jumping in to help her. I can't believe everyone else is remaining calm, I'm boiling inside. She doesn't seem to need it, though. His opponent is showing his weaknesses, and more importantly, his fear of the Black brothers present. It's obvious. He keeps glancing at them when he should be focusing on Nora, and she makes good use of that. I see them talking again, but the growling of the wolves around make it impossible to hear for me. Then, they attack again, until the guy suddenly shapeshifts. He's about to jump at her when Nora shapeshifts too, and incredibly fast. Oh, Moon Goddess! But it's not her speed Iris is shocked about. Nora's wolf is white. Completely white, snow white, with blue eyes. I've never heard of a wolf looking even remotely like that before. We have no time to contemplate though, the fight is still ongoing. But despite their attacks going more brutal than before, I can tell many around us are still shocked by her appearance. I didn't think they really existed. The white and blue-eyed wolves, mutters Iris. I'm just as shocked as she is, but my wolf doesn't care about Nora's appearance, she's too worried about her to focus on such details. However, the fight is over almost instantly after her shape-shifting. It was a perfect move, and in a split second, Nora is holding her alpha, her fangs biting tight on his throat. He knows she can kill him any second, the guy has lost. Or so I thought. I just saw his arm rise at the last minute, and Nora backing off all of a sudden. She's really wounded, her fur is turning red. My wolf is all fidgeting, urging me to go help her. I just can't, Stay with your wolf. I don't know why I'm mind-linking her, but I do, and it's incredibly easy. I can feel her wolf as if she was standing right in front of me. It's indescribable, the strongest bond I've ever felt before. Don't let him dominate you. I know she can do it. I feel her wolf sensing mine back, she definitely heard me. Get him, girl, I'm right there with you. Her wolf's mind goes stronger from mine communicating with her, and she's ready to attack again. I'm with her. Nora's doing great despite her fighting. I wait for the perfect opportunity as if I was seeing through her eyes. My years of experience are all for this moment, to help her out. Take him down. She saw it too. That short, split second where he made a mistake and exposed his shoulders, she jumps and bites. Go for his neck. She's listening to every each of my words and doing great with it. When she attacks again, I know this time's the right one. Nora bites furiously, and she's holding on, ready to bite until he submits. You got him. She keeps him down, and people around start cheering. They know it's over, and they are right. The Jade Moon Alpha gives up eventually. She won. She freaking won. I'm happy like it was my own victory, it's unexplainable. 59. Nora lets go as soon as her alpha, or former alpha now I guess, gives up. I'm so happy for her, my heart is about to burst out. Even my wolf is so excited. Tanya gives her some clothes to put on, and she shifts back quickly. The others' demeanor around her is speaking for itself. Boyan and Tanya are flanking her like bodyguards, and Nate seems protective of her as well. However, Nora doesn't need anyone to speak for herself. We hear the Jade Moon reluctantly conceal his defeat once more, but she still acts very politely and reserved. Their whole pack is ready to submit to her, and everyone waits for her words. Actually, a few are ready to leave now that the fight is over. I get a bit closer, trying to hear her decision. I don't want to be your alpha. That will only be an excuse for you guys to hate me more than you already do, and you will turn on me on the first occasion. I don't want to have to fight every day until one of you gets to kill me. However, I have conditions. The determination on Nora's face is sort of impressive. She is standing like a real alpha, despite her petite stature. The Jade Moon pack may be growling, unhappy, but they are at her mercy. The Jade Moon clan will pledge full and complete allegiance to the Velvet Moon clan from today on. Your turf will become part of their territory, and your clan members will follow the same rules as theirs. Wow, that's big. A lot of them growl back, but Nora ignores them or makes them shut up with a glare. I just submitted your alpha, I'm free to do whatever I please. You guys never cared about training properly, it's high time for things to change. Your turf is one of the first grounds outside of Silver City. If anyone launches an attack on the area, you will be the first wall of defense. Do you want to stand in the front lines being unprepared like you are now? She says, before turning to her alpha. And you are going to start acting like a real alpha. You will train the young ones properly, watch the border and make sure everyone in your clan is treated fairly. Am I clear? Who are you to decide what kind of alpha I should be? Aren't you washing your hands off of my pack? You are giving us to him, and now you get to decide what we, protests the defeated guy. But Nora's eyes suddenly burst in anger, and I can feel her aura, like a cold flame, burning all the way to us. Many people take a step back, their wolves wary or intimidated by hers. Protecting their pack is the duty of any alpha here. I start yelling. Stop being so lazy and do what you were named alpha for. You may have their respect, but you are worse than a dog if you think you can sit comfortably and relax just because of that. Any clan could overpower yours, and yet I'm giving you a chance to keep your turf and pack and turn them into a proper one. If you don't like it, all of you leave. She's the real thing. The guy is so speechless, he looks like he got whipped. Nora's aura is on a whole other level once she unleashes it. Is it the same weak girl they were talking about? That girl is 100% alpha material. Moon Goddess, whispers Iris, just as impressed as I am. I know. This is for real, says my cousin. She's going to become the Luna someday. That, I have absolutely no doubt about it. All around us, people are whispering about her already, some still stunned by her incredible inner wolf. That, plus her appearance, that is the one we've only heard about from legends. No doubt, everyone will keep a close eye on her from now on. Elena, look. Iris gives a little nod in the direction, and I suddenly feel it. Like an icy wind, a cold chill hits me. I recognize that sensation. The king is here. That guy is about twice as frightening as Nora. Not only his aura is terrifying, but he's expanding his aura like some death warning. It's like being stared at by a cold-blooded killer, except that he doesn't even have to look our way. He slowly walks to Nora, but everyone else is so tense they have backed off. I'm pretty sure a few wolves even ran away, too intimidated to stay. Honestly, I can't blame them. My own wolf is not feeling too good either. It's werewolf instinct, we just know who the bigger monster is. He whispers something to Nora, and I realize how calm she is. I'm about 50 feet away, my wolf is freaking out and I'm scared, while she's perfectly fine standing right next to him. Iris is frowning too, and I can tell she's terrorized by the king's murderous aura. As soon as he starts talking, though I can't hear what he says, more people run away. With all of the Black brothers present, there is no way the Jade Moon has any word to say anymore. Eventually, from their behaviors, I understand the guy submitted to Nora. It's over. Elena, let's go back. We shouldn't, but I stepped forward, ignoring Iris. I want to talk to Nora, understand why we are able to mind link. This isn't my first time connecting with another alpha, but there's something completely different about our link. Like it's engraved in us, something that was there and wide open from the start. I can feel her wolf so easily, this can't be a coincidence. Elena. Iris insists, but I'm already gone towards the little crowd. Crap, how do I get to her with all those Blood Moon people and wolves surrounding their group? Nora is more heavily guarded than the mayor. But all of a sudden, she turns her head towards somewhere on my left and starts running. What? And she's hella fast, too. By reflex, I start running too, trying to follow her from afar. Nora left so fast, only Boyan followed her right away. Everyone departed late, and she's now way ahead. Her wolf is so fast, too, I didn't even see the moment she shape-shifted. I keep running, too, but on my human legs. That girl is really fast. Thank Moon Goddess, I was in the right direction to follow her, even if it's from afar. Nora's headed right into the Sea Moon's territory, too, this can't be good. Where is she going anyway? She ran off all of a sudden. I keep tracking her, all the way to the docks. This is no good. None of us should be here. Bobo and I make eye contact, though I can't tell if he had noticed me before. He doesn't slow down, though, and we keep running. Crap! I need to shapeshift again or I might lose them. I look for my wolf, but just when I want to shapeshifts, she refuses and ignores me. What? Why is she acting stubborn now? Suddenly, I hear a splash. Did something fall in the sea? Bobo runs by me to keep going that direction as if he didn't hear it. I hesitate and go for the seafront. I can feel Nora's wolf that way. Oh moon goddess, don't tell me she? Boy on. Catch Nora, I need to get him. Get who, exactly? I growl and jump in the water. It's the end of November, that water is freezing. I can almost feel my clothes getting iced around me. Hang on. Thank moon goddess, she didn't drown too deep yet. I grab the white wolf by its neck and pull her, swimming my way up. I'm so freaking cold. I finally get us both of the water. That wind makes it way worse. Nora is coughing out, shape-shifting back and trying to catch her breath. She gulped a lot of water. I pat her back, hoping she'd warm up soon. Are you okay? I ask, shivering myself. She nods weakly, while I try to put her hair out of her face, helping her sit up. It's okay, breathe. Use the mind link to talk to me, don't waste your strength. I feel her inner wolf hesitate, and she finally finds our mind link. Thanks. I nod. Yes, oh my gosh, she really can mind link back. She looks exhausted. And I'm strangely happy to be so close to her. I can't describe that feeling, like we should be together. What is that? I look for my wolf again. Come on, we have to. This time, she shapeshifts, a bit reluctantly. Nora is finally looking up, looking at me, her eyes a bit red and watery from coughing so much. Elena, you need to get out of there. They're coming. Bobo's voice suddenly reminds me I'm totally not supposed to be there. Crap. How far, Bobo? You got a minute or two. I got the guy, they'll catch up to you in no time to check on Nora. Nathaniel and Liam too. Just go, I'll cover for you. I thank him silently and turn to Nora again to address her. Don't worry, they'll be here soon. Bobo got him. Just catch your breath, your mate is coming. I gotta go. Wait. Who are you? Moon Goddess, I wish I could stay and tell her everything I know now. Even discuss with her this bond between us, figure out what it actually means. I have so many theories, it's driving me crazy. But I already hear the other wolves coming. Boyan's right, I have to go. I can't stay, I'm not supposed to be here. Don't worry, I'll find you again. Don't tell them you saw me. Especially not Nate. I run away, after one last look at her. I swear, those eyes. I've seen it all before. I run between the docks, trying to evade both the sea moonwolves and Nate's pack. It's not easy, but I finally manage to go back to the road Iris took to get here. I'm still in my wolf form, my fur is soaked with ice-cold water and I'm in the middle of nowhere, without even any clothes to change into. Iris? Iris, please tell me you're still around. Elena. Moon Goddess, I was freaking out. Where are you? She finds me a few minutes later, and picks me up in her car. She sighs when I get on the back seat, still in my wolf form. Seeing how I'm soaked and actually soaking her car too, she puts on the heater full speed. Seriously, Elena, you just ran off and I had no idea what to do. Half the blood moon started running after you and that girl, I was shocked. Sorry. What's the deal with that girl? Why are you interested in her? I'm not sure. I think we're somewhat connected. Iris frowns. Connected? Elena, you're always so complicated. Anyway, I'll take you home, okay? You'll die if you stay like that. How did you even get drenched? After that, we don't really talk for the rest of the trip. I'm exhausted anyway, and probably in the middle of getting sick too. Iris drives me home, where Danny is waiting for me after I mind-linked him. I get into the warm bath he got ready for me first, while he sits down next to the bathtub. Danny poured us some cold beers and listens while I tell him everything that happened today. When I finally get back to the present, he is frowning. The way I mind-linked with her. Danny, I swear, I think I'm related to her somehow. It felt like. Well, like I guess it'd feel to connect with a sibling. Yet. To be honest, the first time you mentioned it, I thought it might be that, but. You really don't look like each other. Not really. She's got dark hair, white skin, sapphire blue eyes. And she's rather petite, too, while I'm tall as a giraffe. And to be honest, I didn't have time to really take a good look at her, there wasn't much time. Thank Moon Goddess the blood moon didn't see you. I nod while drinking a bit more beer. That's for sure. Danny sighs and puts his chin on the border of the bathtub, lost in his thoughts again. All right, let's admit you're from the same family. She might be a distant relative then. But you know, that means we could have another clue about your birth parents, starting from there. Do we know anything about her? Well, that's another problem. We don't. According to Iris, the blood moon is already trying to dig more about her, but they don't have much. We know she lived in the Jade Moon Pack all this time, but it's clear she wasn't born there. I'll have to ask Eric if he found anything else because with just a name we won't get there. Her name. Nora Blue Moon, I actually found out today, from Iris. I wonder if I can ask Eric to call me if he finds anything else again. Maybe he can give me the info without the blood moon knowing. It would be a bit risky for sure, but that's why we have cops among us too. Nora Blue Moon. Suddenly repeats Danny. I'm surprised, since he was silent for a while. I nod. Yes, Nora Blue Moon. Blue Moon. Daniel, are you playing deaf or what? Elena, what's your last name? I frown. Where is he going at? Whitewood. Why? Because our clan is named the White Moon, and my dad's family were the first to be established in this Moon Goddess. I suddenly understand what he was thinking. I stay speechless for a second, my mind going crazy with ideas and theories for a second. I look at Danny, my heart beating crazy. Blue Moon, I repeat. Yup. A blue moon, says Daniel. Like a blue moon clan. Oh Moon Goddess, Daniel Lewis, you're a genius. I yell, running out of the bath. Thanks, but I already knew that end. Elena, you're in the middle of the living room. I don't care. I have to make a call right now. 60. Daniel brings me a bathrobe while I'm still on the phone, waiting for someone to pick up. What are you doing? Who are you calling? He asks, confused. The one person who might know if that Blue Moon clan was a real thing, I reply. I can't calm down, I want to smash that smartphone. Someone, please pick up. After a while, he finally picks up. Henry. It's Elena. Is Regan there? No. She came yesterday. Haven't seen her since. I thought she might be at her favorite pub at that time. I thank Henry briefly and hang up. Where might my mentor be at that time? It's almost 8 o'clock, she's usually drinking at that time. If not, I don't know where she could be. Daniel crosses his arms. You want to try asking Regan? If it's my birth clan, she might know something. Sure, you should I call? She wasn't at the bar. Daniel sighs, nods, and goes to grab his own phone. We spend the next hour calling almost everyone we know to try and figure out where Regan is, but as usual, my mentor is a real mystery. No one knows her whereabouts since she was spotted earlier this morning in the forest by one of Levi's patrol friends. I'm exhausted and angry when we finally give up. At least, we knew they'll call us back as soon as they see Regan somewhere again. I growl and sit down on the couch. Daniel tries to soothe me, but I'm stuck into that whirlwind of emotions. It's a nightmare, Danny. Every time I think I found something new, it just turns into a dead end again. And Regan is just, I can't even express my frustration. If only she would talk. She knows, I know she freaking knows something but won't say it. I sit down on the couch, desperate. Daniel heads to the kitchen. Don't worry babe, we're making progress. I'm telling you, that Blue Moon Clan theory might be a real thing. And how would we know? Regan's playing dead and I have no one else to ask. I pause. Actually, maybe I do. I kind of put this at the back of my mind since it was complicated enough just to see her once, but... Danny spots my expression while bringing 2 cups of coffee. Babe, you got that face you do when you're about to say something crazy, reckless, dangerous, or all 3 of that. I have to meet Nora again, I say. I knew it, he sighs. Okay, let's kind the this is a dumb idea part and get right when you explained your idea to me. I don't have an idea, I just need to meet her again. I'll ask Boyan to help. Boyan is unreachable since he's been guarding her, says Danny. I can mind link him. It's hard, but... if I force a little, I can reach him. Daniel looks at me, totally shocked. Yeah. I kinda forgot to tell him about that. He takes a step back, frowning at me with a confused expression. Boyan is a beta, he says. I know, you mind-linked a beta. From another clan. Yep, Elena. I know. I know it's kind of crazy, but it just happened and back then, I didn't really, you know, realize. Elena, it's already crazy enough that you can freely mind-link any alpha, but now you can mind-link betas too? Babe, this isn't a trivial matter. I understand Daniel's concerns, but really, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I sigh and grab my cup, trying to act calm. Listen, it was already kind of weird that I could mind-link Alpha, so, honestly, being able to mind-link Bobo is kind of a drop in the sea. And maybe it's because we're close. I am close to Boyan. You're close to Boyan because he's my boyfriend. Well, soon to be ex-boyfriend, okay. Stop the drama, Danny. Anyway, back to the main topic. Boyan can help me talk to Nora. So your idea is to harass Boyan through that mind link until he calls you back to let you meet with that Nora girl. I nod. I sip down some coffee while Daniel shakes his head, not convinced. That coffee is disgusting. I put it down with a frown and a bitter taste on my tongue. Seriously, Danny, I told you to stop buying that stupid coffee brand, it's disgusting. Yeah, next I'll buy your Cuban coffee. That is so not the question right now. I roll my eyes and get up to make myself some tea. I'm craving something sour. He keeps telling me this isn't going to work, but I'm now dead set on the idea. Listen, Danny, I'll try, okay? At least until we hear from Reagan or something. Your idea is the best we've got so far about my origins. I mean, it is a bit of a blur to assume that last name really is a clan's name and mine, but, Daniel sighs and drinks my cup of coffee, frowning. I get it, babe. You're desperate for answers anyway. Let's just ask Eric for help and wait. I mean, I wouldn't be against Boyan resurfacing from whatever ivory tower the Luna's locked into. Talking about towers, did you see you-know-who? I glare at him. Yes. Not gonna talk about it. Got it. I didn't want to think about that jerk now. I just want to think about Nora, and how to get in touch with her. If only Boyan would answer. Daniel sighs. How about we do this? I can ask if anyone's heard anything about a Blue Moon clan, while you try to reach Boyan or Reagan, okay? I watch him grab his jacket, confused. Can't he just make phone calls? Where are you going? Daniel hesitates for a second, grabbing his phone, a bit distracted. I'm gonna ask a friend. Someone who might know. Your friend doesn't have a phone? I ask, raising an eyebrow. No, well. I mean I need to go directly, okay? Are you going to see an ex-boyfriend, Daniel? Because I'm still rooting for Boyan, you know, I'm not. He sighs. I'm just going out, and I promise I'll be back soon, okay? Okay, I watch him go out in a hurry, still confused. What was that? And why does he look so secretive, all of a sudden? Except for a few of his shameful relationships, Daniel never hides anything from me usually. Why would he meet someone I don't know about? I sigh and go grab a change of clothes. I'm tired and hungry now. I head to the kitchen, grabbing a toast and some cheese. I'm really starving. I eat 3 toasts, but I'd rather have Danny's cooking, or Nate's. I check my phone, but still nothing since last time. It's tiring, how we keep fighting, getting back together, fighting again. I know it's not good. Too reckless. I can't afford that anymore. Especially when I think about whoever he was at his place. I decide to give a call to Eric to ask him if he knows anything more, just because I need to keep myself busy. He only tells me Nora went to get checked at the hospital, but now she's back at the Blood Moon's territory again. Crap. If she's so heavily guarded, it's going to be really, really hard. I don't even remember falling asleep. I called Eric, and then, nothing. It's so dark in the apartment. Is Danny not back yet? I check my phone, but the battery died. Crap. I struggle to find my charger when someone bangs against our apartment door. What the heck? Elena. Open up, right now. What does my uncle want now? He never comes here. I got open the door, but Xavier barges in, literally furious. I don't think I've seen my uncle mad like that in a while. He almost ran into me, and goes to the middle of our salon, red with anger. What, Xavier? I should be the one saying that. What were you doing outside our border again? What the? I stare at my uncle, completely lost. Has he gone nuts? The only time I went outside was for Nora's fight, today. Are you kidding me? I had your permission. My permission, Elena? Seriously? To go out? When did I ever give you that? Oh moon goddess, is he playing dumb on purpose? Iris called you. I was right there, Xavier, I heard you tell her it was fine for us to go. I never said you could go anywhere. You disobeyed me on purpose. Are you trying to test my limits, Elena? I had told you if you went out of our territory again there would be consequences. I can't believe that man. Is he pretending this never happened just to unleash at me? As if I didn't have enough ST to deal with right now. How dare he actually pretend he never agreed to that? Is he just trying to screw me over for the pleasure of it? I can't believe him. So that's it. You found a way to FK me over, Xavier? Really? I didn't think you would step so low. I agreed for Iris to go there, I never said you could go. Now if you blame this on my daughter this will really go bad for you Elena. Don't you threaten me on top of it. I yell, my wolf growling at me. He steps back, surprised at how I'm mad at him too. I can bear for him to be angry when I'm disobeying for real, but this is unfair. My wolf is furious, growling at my uncle and telling him to keep away. She's mad, and warning him to stay away from her for real. My aura is fuming, I'm so mad at him. But he suddenly gets back at me, growling even more furiously, gathering his alpha aura to growl back at me. How dare you to rebel right in front of me? And disobey my order on purpose too. You really asked for it this time, Elena. He suddenly raises his hand. This time you're going to. But before he finishes his sentence, I see my uncle fall on the floor. I was prepared for the worst, for him to punch and fight me, but he just collapsed at my feet. What the heck? Hi, Elena. To my surprise, Silviana is standing right there, perfectly calm. I was not ready for that. What is she doing at our place anyway? Daniel is right behind her, too, looking down at Xavier in horror. Oh moon goddess, Silviana, please tell me you didn't kill him. He shrieks. What? Oh, of course not. Just made him sleep a little. Sleep? He looks like he's in a freaking coma. My uncle is lying on the ground in a weird position, like an inanimate puppet. It's disturbing. My eyes go from Danny to Silviana, then to Danny again, who's closing our door. Okay, is anyone going to explain to me what just happened? I say, exhausted. Sorry, I'm not fond of violence, Silviana replies, going to our kitchen. I look at her go, completely stunned. This situation is surreal. She just had my uncle collapse out of the blue, and in front of my eyes too. You did something weird to me last time too. I insist. You were the one to give me that weird feeling the first time I met Nora. Yes, I know. Is she going to keep talking by enigmas? Because this is frustrating and I'm not feeling well going angry like that. Danny walks to me with an apologetic look. He puts his hands on my shoulders and gently pushes me back to our couch. I notice his hair is still cold and wet from the rain outside. Did he just go to get Silviana and came back here? Sit down, babe, I have a couple of things I have to tell you, okay? About your weird friend. I keep sending glances in Silviana's direction, unable to decide if she is supposed to be here or not. Daniel's worried face is not making me feel better at all. She's not weird, he replies. She just made my uncle sleep like a baby. I say, pointing at the evidence laying on the floor a few steps away. My uncle is in a weird position, and laying in our salon. Tell me again about his friend not being weird. I look her direction again, but the more I see of that red-haired girl, the more confused I feel. Now that I'm looking at her more clearly, I can tell there's something abnormal about her. My instincts tell me to stay away, there's something wrong. Something not human. Silviana pours herself a cup of lemon tea as if it was her house, and comes to sit next to me on the couch. I can't help but get further away from her a little. Okay, if one of you doesn't start talking now I'm really going to be mad, I warn them. Babe, Silviana and I are university friends, you know that, right? I want to ask Danny why is he talking to me like I'm a child, but I don't and just give me the pissed off look. He sighs. When I started working with Silviana in biology, I noticed she was very good, extremely good, to be honest. Her experiments were going too well, all of our greenhouses was doing awesome compared to others. Eventually, Silviana and I became closer, and we started talking. And she told me a secret I couldn't tell anyone, not even you. A secret. I repeat, a bit lost. Silviana gives me a big smile. That's right. Your instincts were good about me. I'm actually a WH, Elena. I look at them, annoyed. That's a lame joke, Danny. It's not a joke, Elena. I hesitate for a second, looking at both of them, doubtful. Oh moon goddess, they are actually serious. Join our Facebook and WhatsApp group for more updates, link is given in description. Rest audiobook will be continued in next episode.